Hi friends, Krista here. Thanks for stopping by Books and Jams. It is time for the last middle grade Monday of March. Whoa, I can't believe the end of the month is already here. I'm kind of sad because I did not nearly get to all the middle grade books that I wanted to, even though I read a ton this month. There's so many good ones out there. But I have 4 more books to talk to you about today. I have a feeling Middle Grade Monday might pop up in my feed every once in a while. Every 5 or 6 weeks when I have another handful of middle grade books to talk about, I might just separate them out from the rest of my TBR. Let me know if that's something that, or not TBR, wrap up. Let me know if that's something that you would be interested in seeing along the way. Kind of a separate highlight on the middle grade books that I've been reading. I feel like that makes sense to do. But I do have 4 books to talk to you about that I read this past week. I'm not including books that I read over the weekend because there is a vlog again coming out tomorrow that will cover the books that I read and finished during the weekend. So I do have 4 books, and then I will do a wrap up at the end of the month, kind of highlighting like which books fulfilled different prompts and overall feelings of my reading through the month. But I will not be wrapping up each book individually in that March wrap up because I've been doing it right along in these middle grade Mondays. So let's just jump into the 4 books that I read this week. First of all, during one of my lives, I finished up reading Leaving Lyman by Lisa Klein Ransom. This is a follow-up / companion novel to Finding Langston by the same author. It's kind of a short book, doesn't take very long. It's powerful. It's so good. Lyman is the bully in Finding Langston. He's quite mean to Langston, and we get his backstory in here. And I actually liked this one so much better. He's not a villain, right? He's a bully, but there's a reason why he's become the way that he is. And this book explains it. And I just wanted to, I don't know, bring him home, take him out for ice cream, give him a big hug, smack him upside the head a little bit. Not really. Yeah, he really crawled his way right into my heart in this book. And I absolutely loved it. It was so good. Both of them. I've really enjoyed both of them. And I cannot wait for the third one, which is going to be Clem, something about Clem, who's one of the other boys that we see in both of the first 2 books. So yeah, fabulous, fabulous book. Then I finished Green Glass House by Kate Milford. This is my patron book club book of March. And we're going to be talking about that later today. So it will have already happened. And I did a vlog all the way through. I enjoyed this. It was nice and light, and our book club books for the last couple months have been on the heavy side, so this was nice to have a lighter story. We follow Milo and his parents who run the Green Glass House, which ended up kind of becoming a smuggler's inn. They tended to have smugglers be one of their main clients at their inn. It's an inn, like a kind of bed and breakfast type of a deal. And it's at Christmas time one year, and that's usually a very slow time for them. Milo's excited to kind of let things settle down and enjoy some time with his parents without guests in their hotel. Then all of these strange and suspicious characters start showing up. And Milo's a little bit miffed at the beginning. But then there's this mystery, and Meddy, who is the cook's granddaughter, comes, and Milo and Meddy kind of begin this role-playing game where they give themselves alternate personas who have specific abilities and talents, and together they try to solve this mystery of why these people have all come together. How are they all connected to this mystery? And Milo finds that he's very good at solving mysteries, which is pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I did see one of the big plot twists coming. And I love that I was vlogging it because I was able to, I shared my prediction early, and then it came true, and I was very proud of myself because I am not someone who normally can notice. I'm not good at figuring out mysteries at all. I don't pick up on all the clues, or I fall for all the red herrings. Like, I'm just really not good at it. So I'm like, well, it's middle grade, so I shouldn't be too proud of myself because it's geared for kids. But I did pick up on one of the surprise twists in here, which I thought was pretty cool. So yeah, this was a fun read. I don't think I feel the urge right now to carry on. I know this is the first in a series, and for me, this book stands alone. I don't know that I need to carry on with the rest of the books in the series. I'm content with just having read this one at this point. That may change down the road. Oh, one other thing that I really loved about this is that Milo is adopted, And he really not struggles isn't the right word, but he really spends a lot of time thinking about his birth family. And I love the way that that is handled by Milo's parents. I love the way that it's brought up. It's not a big deal is not made out of it, but it's just a part of Milo's thought process along the way, which seemed so realistic to me. I just loved the way that that was handled in here. So that was another bonus, another plus for this one. So good. I listened to the audiobook of Because of Winn, Dixie while I was out walking and running this month, or this week, I should say. This is the story of Opal, India Opal, who is a young girl with her single dad, the preacher. She just refers to him as preacher. They are in this kind of a small town, and she's in the Winn Dixie, the grocery store one day, and this stray dog that comes in there, and the owner of the store is about to call the pound, and Opal decides that she needs to adopt this dog and convinces preacher that they need to adopt this dog. So it's just a story of how this dog affects Opal's life and the preacher and the people in town and all of these kind of ragamuffin, slightly outcast, like misunderstood people kind of all coming together, and all because of Winn Dixie, who plays a big role in all of it. And I love the way the adults encourage Opal to see things from a different perspective, especially when she has kind of flash judgments about some people or wonders how she should feel about some people. The adults really do a great job of, well, let's try to put ourselves in their shoes, or let's look at it from this angle instead. I really, really like that. I think that's great in a middle grade book because we all have those initial judgments that are just straight out wrong. So it's good to learn how to look at things from a different perspective. So I thought that that was really good. It was very heartwarming. Someone said in our live read-in last night that Kate DiCamillo writes with such heart. And that's so true. I think she writes with so much heart, and I love her writing. So that was a really good one. And finally, I did read one graphic novel this month, and that is Smile by Raina Telgemeier. And this is a kind of a graphic memoir. It's about her getting braces and middle school and the awkwardness of middle school in general, and how some of her friends were just being so cruel and mean. And finally she said, that's enough. Like, this is not how friends treat each other. And they're like, oh, it's just funny. You need to lighten up. And she's like, no, it's just not funny. I had braces in middle school as well. And so I could really relate to a lot of this and the pain and getting them tightened every couple weeks. And just, she has to wear headgear at night, and I had to wear headgear at night. I could just really relate to a lot of this story and the awkwardness of it and kind of a first crush and all of that. Like, it was sweet. It didn't blow me away or anything, but I like the art style. It's just fun, cartoony. She is also the illustrator, I think, of the Babysitter's Club graphic novels as well. So there's a similarity there. But I just thought that this was super cute. I think there's another one called Sisters and maybe a third one too. But yeah, I just really enjoyed that. So that's it. Those are the 4 books that I read this week. Pretty mellow week, but I am rocking middle grade March. I'm kind of sad that it's almost over because I still have so many I really want to read, but I'm glad for the ones that I have read already. It's been a fabulous month. So let me hear from you. What have you read this week? Did you read any new favorites? None of mine were 5 stars. Oh, did I give Leaving Lyman 5 stars? I might have given this one 5 stars because it was fabulous. Yeah, so it was a really good week. Let me know about your reading this week. Which books were your favorite? How are you going to wrap up your month? What are you going to end your month with? How did you do during middle grade March, or did you not participate at all, which is totally fine as well. You are welcome here. Let's chat down in the comments below. You guys know I love talking with you down there. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be talking to you in another video very soon. Bye.